Welcome back everyone, Mariah Monetize, and in today's video we are going over some news when it comes to the economy, and we're going to be getting into the price of Bitcoin, other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is actually extremely close to breaking a key level of resistance, and it just surpassed 25,000. So it could actually break that key level of resistance right here on this video. So let's see if that's about to happen. So I think the car market is extremely fascinating, and I was thinking today, so obviously we're seeing people behind on a lot of car payments, and so you would anticipate people to prioritize their homes over their cars, even though you could technically live out of your car. But I think that would be the average person's order of operations when it comes to are you going to make your house payment or your car payment? Obviously that's gonna vary for people depending on if you're a renter or if you are someone that owns your property that you live in. So I find the car market to be extremely interesting, and I would love to actually go back to the 2007, 2008 range and kind of see what was happening with people when it came to the cars, and how, if there was any correlation between people defaulting on their car loans versus home foreclosures. So for sale, 7.7 million, comes with a car elevator. No clue how you convert this vending machine into something else. So supposedly this Carvana car elevator is here, or vending machine is up for sale for $7.7 million. I'm not sure if this is a joke or if this is something that's serious. Okay, so some 9.3% of auto loans extended to people with low credit scores were 30 or more days behind on payments at the end of last year, the highest share since 2010. So I saw this tweet, and like I said, it kind of reminded me of, obviously, people always talk about foreclosures that happened back in 2008, but no one really talked about what was happening in the car market. That was not the big storyline of like the 08 crisis. Celsius failed to record some 7,000 intercompany transfers worth billions leading up to bankruptcy. So obviously we're finding out more and more negative information when it comes about Alex, the people that were behind Celsius. A lot of super shady information. They came out blaming everyone else except themselves when it came to Celsius having to file for bankruptcy. But now looking behind the scenes, they knew exactly what was happening, and Alex was one of the first people to actually jump ship. Over the last 3 months, household debt hits a record 16.9 trillion. Credit card debt hits a record 986 billion. Mortgages hit a record 11.9 trillion. Auto loans hit a record 1.6 trillion. Student loans hit a record 1.6 trillion. Interesting. Auto lender exiting the car business, first shoe to drop. This is Mechanics Bank. Interesting. Wow, they literally want nothing to do with the with car loans. Very interesting. Largest 15-day increase in used car prices since 2009. So we're seeing this really odd increase in cars once again. Just in, Nexo announces US exit following SEC settlement. Very interesting. And I mentioned this, I believe, in my previous video. Binance CEO denies Bloomberg report stating the company is considering delisting all US-based cryptocurrencies. So before we get into the price of Bitcoin, and to see where Bitcoin's at with breaking that key level of resistance, let me quickly mention iTrust Capital. iTrust Capital is a place where you can actually buy Bitcoin now, withdraw it when you're 59.5 and pay zero. I repeat, zero taxes on any of the gains. You can also roll over your 401k, TSP, 403b, 457 and more. And the best part is it only takes $1,000 to get started with iTrust Capital, and you'll actually get $100 in free Bitcoin when you use my link to sign up down below. So Bitcoin currently sitting at 24,856. I've been doing this video for 5 minutes. When I started the video 5 minutes ago, Bitcoin was at $25,000. This right here is the 7-day chart. The high of the week was 2534, which I think is what was just hit. And so this right here is a weekly chart. I anticipate a little bit more room to the upside, and then maybe a pullback in the $22,000 to $23,000 range. I believe we're going to see another buying opportunity there, and then maybe a breakout after that. Let's take a look here at the daily chart. Looks like a few more days of upside. and the daily chart is looking quite strong. Let's take a look here at the 12-hour. 12-hour here, excuse me, made a higher high, a bit of a pullback, and let's see if Bitcoin can get above the high of this candle right here, which is 25,248. And that is Bitcoin's key level of resistance. When you actually zoom back out to the daily chart, let's take a look here. You could see that back over here, Bitcoin was not able to get above that point. So that is a key level for Bitcoin. Let's see if it can push past it this time around. I would say that every time it tries to break through it, that point of resistance gets weaker and weaker. So let's go ahead and see here. This right here is the 4-hour chart. The high of this candle right here is 25.34. The high of this 25.22. So Bitcoin has barely made a higher high on the 4-hour, but indeed it has. This is the hourly as well, has made a higher high. So the hourly looking actually quite strong as well. This move has just come in the last hour. Let's take a look here at the 30-minute. 30-minute looking strong as well. Let's take a quick look here at the 15-minute. So yeah, this big move right here has pretty much changed the majority of charts to be bullish across the board, from low-level time frames to higher-level time frames. Bitcoin currently sitting at 24,831. We have Ethereum at 1704. Let's take a deep dive on Ethereum. And I always say that because although I'm not trying to get necessarily this big position on Ethereum, in many cases Ethereum leads the way. And if you actually look back on my previous videos, Ethereum did lead the way in this current breakout. So this is a 5-minute chart here on Ethereum. This is a 5-minute on Bitcoin, so a lot of similarities there. Let's take a look here. This is a 5-minute on Ethereum. Let's go ahead and zoom out all the way to the 7-day chart on Ethereum, see what it's up to. Let's see here. So definitely a lot of strength here on the 7-day chart on Ethereum. It has obviously made that higher high. I would like to see a green 2 trading above the green 1. The high of this candle is 1742. I'm going to switch back over here, excuse me, to the daily chart on Ethereum. So strength here on the daily as well. Ethereum has made a higher high on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the 12-hour. I'm anticipating, all these time frames are going to be looking quite strong. The 4-hour as well, and then we're seeing that big break on the hourly chart. So we have, let's see, Coinbase stock closed Friday at 65.20, but we have, let's see here, we have a link sitting at 8.15, and we have DOT sitting at 7.70. Filecoin is up to 9.33. Filecoin is up 25%. So we are seeing many altcoins with massive breakouts. This is typical when the markets are trending upwards. Typically altcoins will trend higher from a percentage perspective, and on the way down the same thing happens. Bitcoin will fall, but percentage wise altcoins usually fall even harder. So one coin that everyone's been talking about lately that's been getting brought up is Matic. So let's take a look here at Matic versus Tether. Let's see, Matic was up quite significantly over the last few days here, and the chart is looking quite strong. The low came in over here at about 32 cents, and now it's 152, and that low came in, let's see here, that low came in June of last year, the week of June 11th. And what I want to do is I want to show you price range when we look at this from a percentage increase. So from that low, Matic is up 368%. And when you compare that to Bitcoin, you could obviously see that that is really not the case. And that's what I'm talking about when I say that altcoins will have larger gains. So the low came in over here. Excuse me, let me fix this. Oh wait, one more time here. So Bitcoin up 63%. So obviously a big difference. But when it comes to that week of June 11th, Bitcoin was here, and that was not the low. And so you can see the low for Bitcoin came in over here in November. So technically Matic bottomed before Bitcoin did. I also saw on Twitter that Shiba coin was also up quite a bit today. Maybe not, 3.87%. I saw something about it being up quite dramatically, but it looks like it's actually pulled back a little bit over the last week or two. So not sure exactly what I was seeing over there. So obviously the rest of the markets are closed today. Tomorrow's a holiday. They're going to be closed tomorrow as well. Bitcoin currently sitting at 24,881. So like I said, a very key point to be watching is that 25,248, and above that, Bitcoin can easily pop off, so be ready for that as a possibility. So that is all that I have for you today. If you want to book a 30-minute call with me, I have a link down below for that. That's all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.